We're kicking off with Saturday night's main event as fans were stunned after the show when Kevin Owens attacked Cody Rhodes following their main event. Rhodes retained the undisputed WWE title in controversial fashion last weekend, but it was Owens who had the last word, delivering a vicious package piledriver after the show. Now WWE has issued a storyline medical update on Rhodes following the attack, which states that Cody was kept overnight at a local hospital for observation due to cervical swelling. Doctors found no fractures, but the champ has been diagnosed with axial compression of the cervical spine, as well as a cervical strain accompanied by spasms. Fans continue to share footage of the post-show chaos, which saw EMTs rush Cody out of the Nassau Veterans Memorial Coliseum on a stretcher, as this feud has only intensified. Many are wondering what the long-term implications on Rhodes' title reign will be, and Fightful Select reports that this attack was done to bridge the gap between the show and SmackDown. WWE wanted the live crowd to see Rhodes and Owens in action, while also setting up content for TV viewers, and this attack is slated to air on SmackDown this Friday. This footage will be accompanied by a backstage segment with Owens, who after the attack got into a heated confrontation at the entranceway with Triple H. The game ripped the Winged Eagle title from Owens' hands, and the pair shoved one another before referees stepped in, leaving fans to speculate that there's much more to come. There are some fans who believe this could be setting up a match for the game over 2 years after WWE's chief content officer announced his retirement. However, Sportskeeda's Dr. Chris Featherstone reports that there aren't any plans for Triple H to wrestle, and this confrontation was only done to elevate Kevin Owens as a heel. Triple H suffered a serious heart problem in 2021, one that means it'd be incredibly dangerous for him to wrestle again, as his role is now helping craft angles behind the scenes. But what does all of this mean for Cody Rhodes? Well, we may already know another reason behind this attack, other than to continue his feud with Kevin Owens. Rhodes may have requested some time off for the holidays, as he'd naturally want to spend time with Brandy and Liberty before returning in person to shows next month. That would make sense given that Randy Orton has been out for over a month since taking a pile driver from Kevin Owens, and we could see a similar break for the WWE Champion. Of course, taking time off from WWE's busy schedule doesn't guarantee he'll be gone completely, as WWE could always have Cody provide updates via video promos. The post-show chaos shows WWE knows how to keep fans on their toes, blending the live event drama with TV storytelling, as things are just getting started in this new chapter. With Owens ramping up his aggression and Triple H being forced to step in, Saturday night's main event was a turning point, and fans can't wait to see how things play out on SmackDown. But what did you make of the post-show attack and decision to include it on this week's SmackDown? Is this smart, or would you do things differently? Let us know down below. At NXT Deadline, Trick Williams put his NXT title on the line against Ridge Holland, but one spot planned for the match underwent serious changes. Fightful Select reports that the planned spot was going to mirror the unfortunate moment where Big E broke his neck, but during rehearsals, WWE officials decided to adjust the sequence. Officials didn't want any parallels to the 2022 incident, but the revised match still saw a hard-hitting showdown that saw Holland target the injured neck of the champion. Holland ripped off Williams' kinesio tape and continued to target the neck, and at one point, Trick got tangled in the ropes, adding to the tension around his neck. Despite all this, Williams retained with the trick shot, cementing his place as one of NXT's top stars, while Holland maintained his image as a destructive powerhouse despite the loss. WWE's decision to avoid mirroring the Big E spot shows they're not just hosting a show, but prioritizing superstar safety, as the last thing anyone needed was to be reminded of 2022. Instead, Williams retained with his title and neck intact, and WWE's decision shows just how high stakes are whenever a wrestler gets in the ring. What do you think about WWE stepping in to tweak the match? Was it the right call? Or do you prefer they stick to the original plan? Drop your thoughts below. Now, Liv Morgan's war with Io Sky over the Women's World title at Saturday night's main event had fans talking, especially when the champion was seen bleeding mid-match. This sight left many fans worried, but in an update, PW Insider reports that Liv didn't suffer a broken nose, despite speculation from Michael Cole on commentary. Fightful Select adds that the bleeding wasn't caused by an injury at all, and is believed to have been from a piercing that aggravated the area after Sky delivered a knee to the face. WWE medical staff checked on Liv after the match and confirmed she was cleared to compete, meaning her title reign as a champion will continue without her missing any action. Morgan vs. Sky was a showcase of grit and determination, with Sky's high-risk offense being met with Morgan's resilient comeback before Liv got the win with Oblivion. Morgan took some bruises and some unexpected blood, but left New York as champion, though Rhea Ripley teased resuming their feud after Liv retained her gold. It appears almost certain that these two will face off again, but in the meantime, Liv Morgan won't let a little blood slow down what has been a massive year for her. What's your take on Liv Morgan's performance at Saturday night's main event? Are you excited to see where her reign goes next? Share your thoughts in the comments. Recently, Toni Storm returned to AEW programming, though if you ask the former Women's World Champion, her appearances over the past week aren't exactly a return. On Collision, Storm declared that she is finally all elite and has been starstruck when seeing the likes of Tony Schiavone and Thunder Rosa seemingly for the first time. On Wrestling Observer Radio, it was shared that AEW is doing an Amnesia angle in which Storm believes that she has only just arrived in the promotion she's been with for over 2 years. The report noted that there are flashbacks in matches when the old Toni Storm comes through, and the eventual plan is for her to revert to her timeless persona. As for now, Storm believes she is brand new to AEW and in a recent promo, shared her disbelief to being a part of a locker room that includes the likes of Mercedes Moné and Willow Nightingale. As for when Storm regains her memories, time will tell, but for now, Toni Storm is on Cloud 9 after making her official All Elite Wrestling debut again. Back to Saturday night's main event where Gunther retained the World Heavyweight Championship, besting Damian Priest and Finn Balor in an explosive triple threat. Given the stipulation, there were no disqualifications in the match and weapons were allowed, and one spot involving a foreign object nearly went horribly wrong. The spot saw Gunther try and powerbomb Priest onto the steel steps, but Priest's foot caught on the steps, meaning he almost landed neck first on the edge of the steps. Thankfully, Gunther's raw strength meant he was able to save the spot, lifting Priest into the air, and adjusted so that the spot went as planned, with Priest landing back first. This was an incredible level of control, and Corey Brennan of Fightful Select reports that Gunther earned a lot of praise backstage for saving the spot and protecting Priest. With Balor and Priest beaten, the question now is who's next for the ring general, and who would you like to see step up? Share your picks down in the comments below. Now, as he made very clear during his All Out 2022 rant, CM Punk is hardly a fan of Hangman Adam Page, and while the pair no longer work together, their issues haven't disappeared. That was made clear last weekend as WWE shared a video of CM Punk being interviewed by Jackie Redmond and Peter Rosenberg after Saturday night's main event. Rosenberg brought up Coco Beware, who was at the show, and said he had an amazing in-ring moveset, and Punk hit back saying the term moveset is bad. He explained, "Don't say moveset, it's garbage internet wrestling talk. If you say that, you're an idiot, especially if you're a wrestler and you say moveset, that 100% tells me that you don't know what the hell you were doing." But how does Page fit into this? Well, mere days before Punk's comment, the Cowboy tweeted that, "I hope the next person who is given the majority of my moveset to use in the ring is at least kind of cool." Many believe Page was talking about Logan Paul, and it appears clear that Punk's comments after Saturday night's main event were directed at his fellow former AEW World Champion. CM Punk and Page have a lot of history together, and neither necessarily like one another, and while Punk will always speak his mind, it remains to be seen if the Cowboy will respond. Was CM Punk justified in his criticism of the moveset talk, or is he just trying to provoke Hangman Page over a year after his AEW termination? Let us know in the comments below. Chris Jericho has once again cemented his reputation as wrestling's ultimate showman, delivering a jaw-dropping surprise at last night's GCW event. The AEW icon crashed the show unannounced, launching a brutal assault on Matt Cardona and GCW mainstay Effie. The feud took a dramatic turn when Matt Cardona appeared on AEW Rampage, boldly challenging Jericho for the ROH World Championship at ROH Final Battle on December 20th. However, Jericho clearly wasn't content to wait until the big event to make his move. Social media erupted as fans shared footage of the chaotic scene, with many praising Jericho's ability to blur the lines between his larger-than-life rock star persona and his in-ring career. Wrestling Observer's Brian Alvarez later reported that Jericho's GCW appearance wasn't part of a long-term storyline, but instead was a spontaneous decision. Jericho, already in Los Angeles for his band Quarantine's gig at the Whiskey A Go-Go, pitched the idea to GCW after noticing their event was nearby. Seizing the moment, GCW eagerly agreed, and the unplanned ambush became one of the night's most talked about moments. Jericho's unexpected ambush follows weeks of escalating friction between AEW and GCW as the drama began when Effie took aim at AEW president Tony Khan and his father Shad Khan during a fiery podcast rant. The fallout saw AEW pulling Ricky Starks from a planned GCW booking, leaving fans speculating about a possible rift between the two promotions. With AEW preparing for a major 3-night event at the Hammerstein Ballroom starting December 20th, and GCW gearing up for their January 19th show, the timing of Jericho's GCW invasion feels deliberate. This cross-promotional drama is shaping up to be must-see wrestling theater, leaving fans eagerly anticipating the next chapter in the saga of Jericho, Cardona, and Effie. In NXT, many fans are ready to see Hank Walker and Tank Ledger in the tag title picture, and this past weekend the pair won tag team gold, but not in WWE's Silver brand. At Reality of Wrestling's Sub-Zero event, the pair dethroned Fly Def's Warren Johnson and Zach Mason to win the ROW Tag Team titles, their first titles as a tag team in any promotion. This is a huge win which goes to show WWE's ties with Reality of Wrestling, the promotion owned and operated by NXT commentator / Hall of Famer Booker T. Booker has often praised ROW as a proving ground for talent, which is certainly the case as the promotion is part of the WWE ID program. As for Hank and Tank, they defeated Tyreek Igwe and Tyson DuPont on the latest NXT, and with this title win under their belt, the future looks very bright for the popular NXT tag team. What do you think of Hank and Tank's success outside WWE? Please share your thoughts and feedback in the comments section below. At TNA Final Resolution, Tessa Blanchard made her return to the promotion, shocking fans given the controversies from her past that led to her exit from the company in 2020. While many have spoken against Blanchard being given a second chance, X Division champion Moose has supported Tessa and on Twitter shared a photo of the pair smiling. This image comes after Moose officially welcomed her home in another tweet, which didn't sit well with many fans given what transpired in 2020. One fan called Moose a woman beater, to which he responded with his already infamous "Go eat a burger, fatty," and this reply sparked another social media firestorm. Moose has said that the opinion of fans on Twitter doesn't matter to him at all, and whether fans love or hate him, Moose knows how to keep fans talking, and he thrives on controversy. The X Division champ will continue on with his support for Blanchard, and time will tell how this drama will impact both wrestlers, as it doesn't appear to be ending anytime soon. What do you think of Moose doubling down on his support for Blanchard? Is it simply a friend supporting a fellow wrestler getting a second chance, or is he being foolish? And what do you think of Blanchard's return? Is it a calculated move to pave the way to a move to WWE as some have predicted? Sound off in the comment section below. Ethan Page's downward spiral continued at an NXT live event last Saturday as the man once known as All Ego lost to Dante Chen via a simple roll-up pin. This only cements Page's recent struggles, and WWE wasted no time in sharing footage of Page's reaction to the loss, as the once arrogant star was left sat in stunned silence. Page's reaction conveyed shock and disappointment as the former NXT champion continues to grapple with the harsh reality that is the ongoing slump in his career. Page has been in this slump since losing the title in October, as he's failed to regain the gold and failed to become #1 contender in the Men's Iron Survivor Challenge. But what's next for Ethan Page? Will this losing streak be the wake-up call he needs, or is it the beginning of the end for the former AEW standout? Share your thoughts in the comments. Over to tonight's Raw, as the Wyatt Six took their first loss on last week's show, suffering defeat in an 8-man tag team match against the Final Testament's Karrion Kross and AOP and The Miz. While Nikki Cross was able to take Scarlett out after the latter took a shot at Uncle Howdy, it wasn't enough for the Wyatt Six to win, leaving fans to wonder what's to come. On Twitter, the Wyatt Six teased that something major is coming soon, sharing that the time of revelation is at hand in the latest cryptic message from the faction. Tonight's Raw will be a huge show as the brand deals with the fallout of Saturday night's main event and what revelation will come via the Wyatt Six. Stay tuned to find out. Now, one of the standout positives of WWE's current era under Triple H's leadership is the more relaxed schedule for its wrestlers. While this occasionally means taping shows in advance, the trade-off allows the talent to enjoy well-deserved time with their families during breaks. The upcoming episode of NXT on December 17th will air live from the Lowell Memorial Auditorium in Massachusetts. However, it won't mark the final taping of the year for the brand. According to a recent report from Fightful Select, NXT's last taping for 2024 is scheduled for December 19th at the WWE Performance Center. The report reveals that WWE plans to tape both the Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve episodes on the same day. This strategic move ensures the roster can enjoy the festive season at home with loved ones. These episodes will also lay the groundwork for NXT's next premium live event, New Year's Evil, setting the stage for an exciting start to 2025. Dave Batista is turning heads with a striking new transformation for his upcoming film, The Last Showgirl. The man wrestling fans once knew as The Animal has swapped his signature bald or buzzed look for flowing locks, unveiling a sophisticated and unexpected new appearance that's a far cry from his WWE persona. The transformation is for his role in the Gia Coppola-directed drama, where Batista stars alongside Pamela Anderson. Anderson plays Shelley, a seasoned Las Vegas showgirl, navigating life after her glittering 30-year career comes to an end. Batista takes on the role of the show's director, and early glimpses of his character reveal a leaner, more understated version of the former World Heavyweight Champion. This isn't just a cosmetic change. Batista has been open about his journey to slim down from the imposing physique he maintained during his wrestling and early acting days. He's expressed feeling healthier and more at ease in his new frame, emphasizing that the transformation is as much about personal growth as it is about the role. The Last Showgirl represents another bold step in Batista's ongoing evolution as an actor. Known for his physically intense roles in franchises like Guardians of the Galaxy and Spectre, Batista is now steering toward more nuanced performances. This latest project signals his determination to redefine himself beyond the tough guy archetype and cement his place as a versatile and compelling talent in Hollywood. And we're ending with New Japan, as the Young Bucks made a surprise appearance at the Strong Style Evolved event following Jack Perry and Konosuke Takeshita's win over Shingo Takagi and Yota Tsuji, and took some shots at Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi, as their issues with these two are far from over. Speaking of Wrestle Dynasty, Mercedes Moné will defend her NJPW Strong Women's title against Mina Shirakawa, but there will be more than one title on the line. At Strong Style Evolved, Moné accepted Mina's challenge, but said Mina's Rev Pro British Women's title must also be on the line, as the two danced to seal the agreement.